do you have? One. That's what my mom told me. That's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so that you can listen more than you talk. It took me a long time to learn that. Matter of fact, there are some of you I'm still learning. All right? So I need everybody's attention just for a few minutes. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to tell you a story about a guy. Okay? This guy that you guys need to see on Saturday, you know a little bit about, and he grew up in a small town. A real small town. I mean a real small town. Had one stoplight. Now listen, he had 15 brothers and sisters. 15. And that guy is me. I had 7 brothers and I had 8 sisters. And we lived in a house with just 3 bedrooms. 3. 1 bathroom. 8 sisters and 1 bathroom. 1 bathroom. And let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how it happened. Here's what happened. My father, he built our beds out of pallets like you load food up on a truck with. So they were built up so the boys had 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. And it was like being in a submarine. You couldn't raise up out of the top one because you get that white stuff in your hair. You see what happens when it gets in your hair. So you don't want to do that. So you had to kind of tuck and roll and land on your feet. You get out of that top bunk. And that's what I had to do every day. And then my sisters, they had their own room. And guess what? Same thing. He built their beds up all the way to the ceiling. And they couldn't raise up out of the top one. They had to slide out. Every day. Every day. That's how we lived. And again, 1 bathroom. Okay? Here's what happened to me. My father would come in every morning. Early in the morning. He had his big old boots on. He'd come walking us down home. Come to wake the boys up. Because he was in charge of the boys getting up. My mom's in charge of getting the girls up. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, he would come to wake us up. And here's what he'd do. He'd shake the bed at the top. And he'd say, "Trooper, get up. It's time for you to wake up." And he'd say, "Boys, what do I teach y'all every day?" And we had to say this like we were in the choir. "Daddy, decisions you make today affect the way you live the next day. That means you have choices." Every day he did that. He do it so much still, he started coming in the room, and before he got to me, I'd already say, "I know that. Decisions you make today affect the way you live the next day. I got it. And then this is what he let me do. He let me take his hat, and he let me turn it around, and then he kissed me on the forehead, and then he said, "I love you, son." And I was the youngest, so I thought I was cool. He don't kiss nobody else but me. I'm big time. I'm daddy for him. Believe that? So I put his hat around, and then he put his hard hat on, and he'd go to work. And this is what he did, guys. He worked 2 jobs. So he worked 1 job, and then he finished that job at 3 o'clock, and he walked to the next job, and he finished that one at 12 a.m. every night. Every day, except for Sunday. He didn't work on Sunday. He wasn't happy, man. We watched the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. That's nice. But here's what happened. He came into my room. He walked in there. He's coming down those boots, and here I go. "I know, Daddy. Decisions you make today." Well, he wakes me up, and he tries to kiss me on the forehead. You know what I told him? "Hey, Daddy, I'm too cool for that, man. I'm 12 years old. I almost got a girlfriend, man. Don't be kissing on me. Don't do that. Hey, man, I'm about to be on the football team. I'm good, man. Don't kiss on me. Too good for that." And then he left out. And you know what? I never saw him again. He died that day, y'all. I never saw my father alive again. Ever. But I never dreamed that morning that would be the last time that I would see him. I never thought that. He was walking from one job to the next, and he had a heart attack and died right in the street. Right in the street. I was practicing football. My football coach came to see me. He said, "Troop, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Coach, I didn't do nothing in school today. I was good. I wasn't in trouble, was I? I didn't write on the wall or nothing, right?" And so here's what he said. He said, "I got to talk to you about your father." And he said, "There's been a terrible tragedy today. Your father passed away." I'm like, "No, not mine. Not mine that works 2 jobs. Not mine that teaches us to do right and not to do wrong." He simply said this: "If you do right, right will follow you. If you do right, right will follow you. If you do wrong, guess what wrong will do? What will wrong do? It'll follow you." That's exactly right. So he taught me to make good choices and good decisions because it's the right thing to do. Not because he might catch me doing it, or not because my teacher may tell on me, or not because one of my friends may tell on me, because it's simply the right thing to do. He said this to me: try to put limitations on you as you grow up. They're going to say, you can't do this because you're a girl. You can't do this because of the color of your skin. You can't do this because we live across the tracks. You can't do this because what your mom does for a living. They're going to put all kinds of limitations on you. And the only ones that matter are the ones that you believe in. If you believe that the limitations they set on you are true, then that's what they will be. Here's what he taught me. He made my older brother get up in front of everybody. My brother Terry was big and strong. I was like 7 years old. He said, Terry, stand up and tell me what the biggest and the strongest muscle is. My brother was cool, guys. He rolled his arm up and did like this. Right here, Daddy. You know what he said? Sit down, dummy. That ain't it. Right? He told my sister Margaret. He said, Margaret, stand up. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret scored 63 points in one basketball game by herself. 63. She went on to play for the University of Texas. But she was big and strong. I didn't want to play in basketball because I didn't want to take my lunch money. I knew she was good. And I didn't want to get beat by a girl. I'm sorry, girls. I didn't want to get beat by her. So I didn't play. But Margaret could back them up. They used to say, bring your umbrella because she can make it rain. In the gym. That's what they used to do. So he said, Margaret, you stand up. Oh, she was cool, y'all. Margaret stood up, did like this. Said, right here, Daddy, the biggest and the strongest muscle. Right? Look how big that muscle is. He said, sit down, dummy. That ain't it. Right? I'm thinking, that's 2 strikes. So here's what he did. And he changed my life. He said, Trooper, you stand up. I'm thinking Daddy's been tired from working too long. Something's going on with Daddy. Did he eat lunch or something? Scratching my head. And he asked me the same question. I knew the rest of them had screwed up. So I didn't say anything. But listen to me. He handed me a book. He said, open that book to page 7. Open the book to page 7. He said, read what it says on line 3. I was hard to read already, you know, I'm 7 years old. I'm going, see, book, and he hit me in the back of my nod head and said, not out loud to yourself. He said, see, pug, run, fast. And this is what he told my brother to do. He said, Terry, stand up. Stand up, buddy. And he did this. Hold his right. He told me, what is this word right here? Hold that right here. Don't let me take it. You got it? Don't let me take it. What did that word say on this paper? You heard what he said? He said that word said attitude. Can I reach in this brain and take that out? What did you want to say was on this paper? Attitude, which is a great thing. Attitude makes your altitude. But I can't reach in this brain and take it away. No matter how much money I have, no matter how big I am to him, no matter who I am as far as what I do for a living, I can never reach into what's your name, son? And reach it and take out what we just learned. And that's what he told me. The brain is the biggest and the strongest muscle of them all. The brain. You know why? Because it affects the rest of them. None of the rest of them work unless that noggin's working. You know what I'm saying? How do we get our football players big? Make them exercise and do weight. Same thing with your brain. Challenge it. Reed just told you right here, it said attitude. And there's nobody in this room, not a teacher, not the principal, nobody can reach in and take that away from Reed. Y'all give Reed a hand clap. I want to help this guy. Here's what I want you to understand about that. That made a difference in my life because here's what he told me. Once you learn it, you can earn it. And I'm going to tell you, when he came to playing football, especially after my father passed away, boy, I was a football playing Jesse. Because here's what I said. I told him like this. They say, Trooper, you're kind of small. You sure you want to play football? You might need to go play soccer or do something different. You know what I told that coach? I'm a little piece of leather, but I'm well put together. When you come play me, you better bring your lunch. Because you don't get my very best. You don't get my very best. But here's what he said. Not just on the football field, in the classroom. Do it every day. Do it every day. And probably the most valuable lesson I got from all of them, including my mother, was this. About education being the only thing in life that people can't take from you. That is yours to keep. But it's like anything else. They come back to decision. Because here's what's going to happen to you, young people. Nobody's going to ever try to make you do something bad in front of your teacher. Not going to happen. They're not going to try to make you do something bad in front of mom or dad or a police officer. Not going to happen. Here's when they're going to try to make you do something bad. When you're on the playground, or in the hallway, or in the bathroom, or at the movies, or on the back of the bus. That's when you're going to have to find out what we call character. What you do when you think nobody else is watching. Your attitude. Your attitude. How much have you invested? Investing means I put something in it so I can get something back.